Hi and welcome to episode 9 of my knitting journal. My name is Chelsea and I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids, a boy who's almost 5 and a little girl who's almost 2.5. And this is just a little place I'd like to record the different projects I'm working on them, share them with you. If you're knitting them too, I'd love to hear about it. I'll talk about works in progress, future projects, new yarn, new stores I've gone to, just all things knitting in my life, because really it's a huge part of me. So starting with finished objects for today is this one. So I've kind of talked about this before. I've made one of these shawls before. This shawl is called the Color Field Shawl by Kemper Ray. Close up. I really like this pattern a lot. The block's so nice, so soft. I think the yarn, it's a great pattern, super easy to kind of get the hang of. I really love the yarn I use. So it's merino. The gray is merino DK in hedgehog fibers. The colorway is construct, so it's a gray, lightish gray with lots of speckles. And then the orange I got is this company, and it's I can't remember the colorway name, but there's the orange speckly, and I think it's our sport weight yarn that I use for this orange. It was a little bit thinner than the hedgehog, but it came out okay. I knit this on size 8, and really within like 3 or 4 days I had it finished. I had made one before, so I feel like that helped. And I always get to the end of a project. Oh, here it is. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run out of yarn. But I didn't. So here's what I had left of the hedgehog, and that's the color you'll use the most. And that's just 1 skein of each, and that's how much I had of this one. And the color is Zulforoka, something about rocks, that's what she told me. And you can see the color name. And she sells on Etsy, and she sells in lots of different craft, like knitting festival kind of things. I saw her, I got that orange yarn at the Steel City Fiber Festival a couple weekends ago, and then hedgehog I got in Rhinebeck at the Knitting Garage. So super fun. I really liked it. It blocks really nice, and it's become better at blocking things. I really think it makes a difference. I knit it on size 8, which I do feel like it's I like worsted weight. I like DK weight yarn. I like knitting on 7s and 8s. I've been knitting some fingering weight yarn on size 4 needles, and it really is throwing me off. It's so different from knitting on size 7 or 8s. My 2-year-old just woke up from her nap, so I want to get through this, but hopefully she'll stay happy. So this will go away, and it's going to be a present from my mom. She doesn't really know about my videos yet, so I think this will stay a secret until next month. And so the next thing I'll share, let's see what I'll share next. So yeah, look this up. I'm going to post some pictures on my Ravelry, Chelseafknits, and just what yarn and the pattern. But if you're looking for a nice shawl that you can kind of wear this way, I guess you could also wear it like that. I don't know. Or to the side. I really like wearing bandana style. I'm really enjoying making shawls. It's like different stitches, a longer project than like a hat, learning new techniques, new yarns. I can wear them pretty easily. Now it's getting to be a little bit warmer here in Philly, and so maybe not so much as it gets too warm. But I keep debating in my mind. I'm like, do I just want to knit one thing the rest of this year? Should I just knit shawls all year? But then in my queue on Ravelry, I do have some sweaters. But I bought a lot of yarn. I spent a lot of money on yarn recently, and so I'm like, once I finish up with some projects with the yarn I have, I'm not sure how much more money I have in my budget to buy yarn right now. So I might just do some yarn bombing and some stuff for my Etsy shop. But we'll keep going. There are some sweaters I have in my queue. Are the Camaro one is the Camaro sweater by Tanis Fiber Arts. I really think it's pretty. I've seen some pictures of different people who've knit them, and I think it looks like a fun pattern and a simple pattern, and like you can do lots of different colorways. So I'm very interested in knitting that pattern. And then Andrea Mowry just published her So Faded sweater, and that one's on my queue. So those are my two sweaters that I really would want to knit, but have to buy yarn. And I mean, yarn is such an investment. All these projects like this is probably $50-ish shawl. So it's not cheap, but it's so worth it. And so it's important, I think, as a knitter to take time to, one, select your yarn that you want to use, because I do think that makes a difference, and two, select the pattern that's something you're really going to enjoy wearing. So besides the enjoyment of knitting, that you can enjoy wearing it. And I've really been trying to work on that, to wear what I make, because if we're spending the money on it, then we should wear it. So I think that's important to me. So I've been wearing lots of shawls lately, because that's one of the bigger things that I have made. So I'll show my next work in progress. I really only have one work in progress right now, besides a yarn bomb that I've been working on. So this is Madeline Tosh. I don't know what the color. Let me grab my yarn project bag. So I'm making the Gather shawl, or just Gather. I guess it's the Gather shawl. So I just finished section 1, and I just love the colors. Just like rainbow, you know, greens, pinks, purples, blues. So many colors. And it's knit on size 4s. It's fingering weight. Simple pattern. I just finished section 1. I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, and then a border. I think this is also going to be a project for my, or a present for my mom. It's her birthday and Mother's Day, like within days of each other. So, and this yarn I bought like for her to make. This is actually, this Madeline Tosh I took from her yarn stash. My mom also knits. Now here's the colorway. Care? I'm not sure. I think it was like she got it and it was for like some sort of fundraiser. Care Twist Light. So pretty. I don't have a Swifter, so I've had to yarn this by my hand. So yesterday my kids were in the bath and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start this shawl tonight after they go to bed, because I just had blocked and finished this one yesterday afternoon. And so I was like, okay, let me wind this yarn by hand, fingering weight, skein. Took a long time. My kids were like playing, really happy. I'm like, oh, this is going good. And then I had just a little bit left, but it takes a long time. What looks like a little bit takes a long time to wind. My son got out. He's able to get out and get dressed and dry off by himself. My daughter was still in the bath, but like I had the yarn wrapped around my legs. I was like winding as fast as I can. My arm's getting all sore. It's just a good workout. And then my daughter's like, I want to get out. I want to get out. I was like, no, I can't stop until I'm done. You just have to wait. But I got it wound and I finished my first section this afternoon. Knit most of it last night. So this is my main color. And then this pretty green, which I also have to wind by hand this afternoon or evening, bedtime. This will be my contrast color. So those two. And I'm hoping I have enough. I have a little bit of other random colors. I don't know how weird it would be to put in more colors, but I also have these colors I could maybe add in if I don't have enough for a border or something, if I run out of the green, or I don't know. But I'm kind of committed to this. And I'm hoping it comes out nice. I sell on Etsy as well. I knit little bonnets and different things such as that. For like newborn prop vendors, that's what I sell mostly. I'm waiting on some yarn, but I've been having lots of my own knitting time, which I enjoy. Take advantage of that while I have it. So that is my work in progress, and probably my next video I'll have this done, because I'm hoping to finish up. So 1, 2, work in progress, Okay, so my mom was here this last weekend for Easter, which was great. So much fun having my mom visit, my kids. But I had this on my needles, and I was like wanting to work on it, but I couldn't make it. I mean, it was the same pattern. I had knit my other one at my mom's house, and so I was like, I can't work on that now because like she's here, and she's like, why are you making another one? And I didn't want to, so you know, I wanted to keep it a surprise. So I started my, what did I start? I started my fade. I'm crazy. I think it's distracting me. My daughter's talking in her crib. But I bought another color. So I only had 6, and I bought her pattern, and I was like, I guess I was just like a little confused. Oh, my first color is in a yarn bag somewhere. That's okay. So I started my fade, and I had talked about posting some pictures, like help me choose my fade, but I had started it, and my mom was here, and I already knew which color I want to start with. This is my second color. It's like blues and greens. My first color is some like darker blues, a little bit of purple in both of them. But like her patterns, I know she says you can use 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 different colorways, but it was kind of confusing to me. Like, how would I do that? Like, I was reading the pattern, and I was like, I think I just want 7 colors. And I only had 6 of the Primrose Adelaide. I only had bought 6 because I thought I needed 6, but when I was reading her pattern, it just makes more sense, and I think you have a better even looking shawl. And I was looking at lots of people's projects, and it seems like lots of people have 7 colors. So I was like, well, maybe, you know, I knew I was going to put it away once my mom left on Monday, and I was going to come back to it later. But I was like, maybe I do need a 6. Maybe that would help me figure out my colors way better, because I had one that I felt like was a little out of place. So we went to Loop Yarn Shop, a yarn store in Philadelphia. I hadn't been there before, and my mom was here Monday, and so she wanted to check out a new yarn store. So I was like, maybe if I see another color, I'll just, you know, grab one, and then I'll have my 7. I wasn't really like searching for something, but if there was something that, she's really talking, it's funny. If there was something that popped out to me, I would grab it. So I found something. So this is, oh, the thing's all stuck in there. This is Hedgehog Fibers in Birthday Cake. And it's, I think it's a skinny single. So purples and blues. And it's a little bit darker than my first 2 colors. And so I bought it, and then I brought it home. Like, you know, I bought it, I was like, oh, this will be great when I picked it up in the shop. And I was like, oh, and then I brought it home. My first 2 colors have a lot of white, you know, much different. So, but I think it's okay. So it's going to go from like blues that have some purple to this one that has blues, whites, and purples. So 1, 2. So I already have my first one in my project bag somewhere in my house. And I'll go to this purple. And then I'll go to this purple. See, I think this color, even though it's a little bit darker, connects these 2. 1, 2. And then I'll go to my pinks. Don't you think that connects it a little bit better? So my fade is blue to purple to pink. I think it works. I'm hoping it works. But like I said, I wasn't really, you know, I'm trying to get some of these other things done. And even this might fade. Will probably go in the back corner for a while I work on some summer knitting stuff that I have. There's a like sweater thing that I've shown before that I want to make for myself. And then I started my daughter, which I showed in the last little video, these little kind of like a little half knit, half fabric dress. So after I finish my mom's presents, I'll probably work on those things, because that will be stuff that she will wear this summer, and also maybe I will wear that sweater over a dress or something. It's just like a sleeveless kind of open sweater. made of a pretty light silky yarn. So even that, so my fade is kind of down on my list of when I'll start working on it because it's going to be hot and I won't be wearing shawls that much, which is disappointing. But I just want to show you my last thing I've worked on, which is for a new yarn bomb. So this is a blue. I've been sewing into all the ends, which I'm really going to have to, so it'll stay together. With a blue and purple flower. Probably knit this on like size 15, something pretty big. The purple is a lot darker than is coming up in this video right now, but like baby blue petals. So I just have a random bag of acrylic yarn that I'm gonna make some flowers out of. I've made stems. I'll grab a stem. So I'll have to sew all these together, but I'll probably wait and just do all the sewing at once. And I don't know if I'll like, my original plan was to make like a flower pot, but I might just so it'll kind of look like that, but prettier with less ends. But I might just bring them. So I put up a yarn bomb in this little wooded section near a playground near my house, and I might just put more in that same little spot and just staple these flowers like low on a tree. My husband thinks it would be cool to put a lot of yarn bombs in one location, so it's kind of like this hidden thing. I go back and forth like that. It'd be super cool to have like a bunch of yarn knitted things up on one little location. But then I'm also like, it's fun just to put it all around the city, which I haven't really done that much. I've only done like 4 or 5 yarn bombs by now, and like lots of them have come down. Like my snowman's down, my pumpkins are down. Someone took 2 of my hearts down, and then this one and then I have 1 on a tree and then another one on a tree. So I guess I have 5, but only 3 are really up right now. I don't know, so I go back and forth about what I want to do, but I think I'm going to try to get 5 flowers knit, and maybe I'll make a pot and put them in. There is like some fence near where I run that I think it would be fun to put that up. Also, I think it'd be fun just to like staple them really low to a tree like they're growing out of the ground. Opinions, let me know. Anyway, I think that wraps up. My daughter is awake, ready to get out of her bed. So yeah, so hopefully next video I can share another finished object, probably Gather by Andrea Mowry. If you started a So Faded sweater, I'd love to see pictures, projects on Ravelry, different things like that. If you made a Gather shawl before, I'd love to see pictures of that and what color combinations you've used. Okay, happy knitting. Bye.